welcome everyone. My name is Veronica, and we want to thank you for joining us here at the Bougainvilla House to kick off our new Wellness Wednesday webinar series. Joining us behind me is our staff at TBH and a few of our family members. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Chahna Tailor, who will be our yoga instructor for today. From Namaskar to You. She has graciously donated her services to the Bougainvilla House to help guide us through our first ever virtual yoga class to help exercise our mind, body, and soul. So welcome, Chahna, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I hope everybody's ready. Thank you for donating your time and your energy for coming today to the session. And let's get started. If you're ready, we will face the front of the mat. I'm going to turn towards the front. You can bring the hands to the knees, bring the shoulders back, chest forward, and shut the eyes. Take a moment just to feel what the body is going through in this position. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. If you can, just do a few wiggles, maybe move the shoulders, move the head from side to side, maybe move the chest forward and back. Anything that you feel you need in this moment. Even roll the wrists. And then start to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Take one hand, bring it to the chest. Take one hand, bring it to the belly. And start to feel with every inhale that you push the belly out, filling up all the space. And with every exhale, you bring the belly button back towards the spine. This breathing is called diaphragmatic breathing, and it's amazing because just through slow, conscious breathing, you can bring yourself back into balance mentally. I'm trying to think if there's anything you have to do later or things that you did earlier or any of these thoughts that are coming in, try to leave them there. Take this moment to feel your body, feel the breath as it comes in, and just give these next moments to you in your practice. With your breathing, as you're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, try to breathe as if you're breathing from the back of the throat. So much so that you start to hear like an ocean sound in your ears. Kind of like a scuba diver. This breathing is called Ujjayi breathing. It means life extension or uprising breath. The reason why it's called that is because you can take in more oxygen. So just slowly practice this breath, letting the belly come out with every inhale. And I invite you to try to keep this breathing throughout your practice. As you move, as we do yoga, try to maintain a nice, steady breathing. The poses are not as important as your breath. From here, you can bring the hands back to the knees. Take the right hand, bring it behind you, almost like a second spine. Bring the fingertips down. Take the left hand, bring it to the right knee, and we'll do a slow twist. Trying to bring the chin over the right shoulder. Try to release the shoulders. Don't let them hike up to your ears. Bring them down. And then if you'd like, you can bring the chin down. When you're ready, leave the body where it is. Just move the head, bring the chin up, and then move the chin over to the left shoulder. This is called a double helix. You're twisting in two different directions. You have the lower half of the body twisting towards the right, upper part of the spine twisting towards the left. If you'd like, you can bring the chin down here to this shoulder too. Also remember to bring the shoulders down and relax. If you can, try to find some parts of this session with your eyes closed. Not really concentrating your gaze on anything. Just feeling the body, feeling the breath, and respecting your limits. Bring the head to a neutral position, and then we'll slowly bring the hands back to the knees. And then we'll do the opposite side. We'll bring the left hand back, right hand will come to the left knee, and we'll slowly twist towards the left. Bring the shoulders down, and then if you'd like, you can bring the chin down to the shoulder. Taking nice deep breaths here. Sometimes we concentrate so much on one part that we forget the other. But even as you're twisting and maintaining that twist, also breathe. Leave the body where it is. Just bring the head up, twist the neck over to the right shoulder. Maybe even bringing the chin down here on this side if you like how that felt. Try to move as slowly as possible, as mindfully as possible. Don't worry if you're a second behind me or a second ahead of me. Just go at your own pace, do what feels good. And if at any point I suggest something that doesn't feel right, you can skip it, you can modify it to feel good for you. Make this about you. You can lift the head up. We'll slowly bring the body forward. And then we'll bring the hands forward and we'll shift the legs back, coming into a tabletop position. We'll bring the wrist right under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. What I'd like you to do is I want you to push as if you're going into a push-up. You push out of your hands. Because if you notice, if you dump into the wrists, you'll hurt your wrists a little later once you're holding it for a while. So try to push out of it so that you're not putting too much weight on the wrist. From here, we have our toes untucked, and we'll do a few cat-cows. So we'll inhale, lift the head up, drop the belly, cat pose. And then we'll exhale, we'll bring the chin to the chest, and we'll hunch. Maybe even shifting back a little bit. Inhale, lift the head up, drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest, hunching. And then take a few at your own pace. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you go into your cat. And maybe find some movement to it. Maybe shift forward a little bit as you come into the cow. Shift back as you come into the cat. Kind of warming up your wrists and your spine. Take one more. And then meet me back in the tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes. Walk your hands just maybe an inch or two forward just to widen this base of support you've created. And then we're going to start doing some hip circles. We'll bring the hips forward, and then we'll start to make circles clockwise, coming back, almost like a child's pose, and then coming around and forward, almost like a cobra. Start to invite all of the body to join here. Move the neck, the knees, the ankles, the shoulders. This position is called dancing lion or flower of life. One of the reasons why it's called flower of life is because in geometry, the flower of life is shown as 13 intersecting circles. And from doing this position, just moving in circles, you can warm up and let fluid, synovial fluid, come into 13 of your joints. Start to make circles in the opposite direction. The 13 joints are your ankles, your knees, your hips, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, and the 13th one is the neck. So make sure you move the neck from side to side, and you concentrate on your full body. Do a few more. You can do it in any direction now. And then meet me back in tabletop position. Walking your hands back under your shoulders and untucking the toes. From here, we're going to slide the hands back and sit onto the heels. You can bring the knees close. We'll inhale, bring the arms up. Let the hands touch, and then we'll slowly move from side to side, waking up the side body. And then come back to center, and just move back and forward a little bit. Take the hands, come back to center, release, bring the hands down, and then we'll walk the hands back up into tabletop. Again, remember, if you are feeling a little bit in the wrist, try to push up, out of your wrist. You can even come onto the fingertips. You can try coming onto the fists. Anything that feels good. From here, make sure you separate the knees so that they're under the hips. And then we're going to inhale and lift the right leg back and lift the head up, kicking through the heel. And then we're going to exhale and bring the knee to the nose. Really slowly, mindfully. Inhale, right leg back, head up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. This time, when you exhale, you can bring the foot in between the hands. If you need to create space, you can come onto the fingertips to give yourself like an extra inch. And exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. From here, I'd like you to shift forward if that feels good, and then shift back.
Inhale forward. Exhale back into the stretch. And then take one more. Come back forward. And then what I'd like you to do is bring the knee out and across. So you're going to bring the knee out towards the right so that your whole foot is not on the mat. And then up and across, letting the foot lift. And you can do that a few times. Just opening the hip lightly. If you have any history that prevents you or makes it difficult for you to do any of these movements, just respect your limits and see what feels good. Bring the left hand inside of the right foot and then slowly inhale the right arm up. Bring the chest up towards the sky. Be firm with your body. Try not to let the right knee cave in and touch the body. Let it come out towards the right. You can do a few circles with the wrists here. And then when you're ready, we'll release and bring this hand inside the foot. And then we'll inhale and bring the left arm up. And again, don't let that right knee touch your arm or your body. Let it come out. Lift the chest up towards the sky and breathe. You can do a few circles with the wrists here. And then release. Exhale. Bring the hand down. Take the foot and bring the knee out right here. Perfect. And then if you'd like, you can either stay here, or if you'd like more, you can just shift the hips back a little bit. So all I did was I just went forward and back. There's going to be positions that are not the most comfortable, but try to differentiate between pain and discomfort. Pain is sharp, shooting, and something you need to desperately get out of. But discomfort is just uncomfortable. So just try to move into it. You can always bounce back and forth if you don't like holding it. Anything that feels good. You can bend the elbows to bring the chest closer to the ground. And just relax. See where your mind is here in this position. If you're thinking about something else, try to bring yourself back. Slowly come back forward. Bring the foot up. And then we'll shift the foot back. Tuck the toes under and walk the hands back so that you're sitting on your heels. When you're here sitting on your heels, try to make sure you tuck your pinky toes under because they tend to just kind of get out of doing work. And then lift your arms up towards the sky and link your fingers. Push the palms up towards the sky and just breathe. This stretch of the arc is really awesome because if you have any misalignments in the lower body, it's really great at making it a little easier for you. But the position itself is probably not the best, not everybody's favorite, but it's nice. Try to hold it for as long as possible. You can always get out of it and come back into it. But just breathe. You can go from side to side again, palm tree pose. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly bring the hands back down to the mat and we'll tap the toes up. Nice. When you're ready, come back into the tabletop position. We're going to inhale and bring the left leg back, kick through the heel and bring the head up. And we'll exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, left leg back, head up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg back, head up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more. Inhale, up and back. And then we're going to step the foot in between the hands. Exhale. You can always walk the foot up if it doesn't make it. And then again, we'll do this shift forward and back. If you're feeling a little tough on the knees, you can always roll the mat up under the knee. And then you can come out, bring the knee out towards the left and then cross towards the right elbow. Bring the knee out. You can shift back if that feels good. Bring the elbows down. Bring the chest close to the ground. Just breathe. Notice where your body is. Notice where you see the sensation. Notice your breath. Are you still practicing that deep breathing? In through the nose and out through the nose. We'll come back up. We'll bring the foot flat on the ground. Walk the right hand close to you and inhale the left arm up. Chest up, head up. Remember, if it's too much on the wrist, come on to your fingertips, come on to your fists. Do a few circles with the wrist. And then with your next exhale, bring the left arm down. And we'll bring the right arm up, inhale. Watch the knee. Bring the chest up. Breathe nice and deeply. Do a few circles with the wrist if you'd like. And then when you're ready, bring the right hand down with your next exhale. Just take a second, take a breath. And then slowly slide the left knee back. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under. And we're going to slowly lift the hips up. I want you to keep your knees bent and come into down dog, shifting the hips back. Keep the knees super bent. And then you can slowly bring one heel down and then the other. Just a few times. And then walk your feet up to meet your hands. Have a super bend here in the knees. Bring your forehead to your leg. And just hang. Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows in front. Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows behind the knees. And then just work towards straightening legs slowly. Maybe lifting the hips, releasing, lifting hips, releasing. If you're linked forward, you can move from side to side. Try to become really heavy with the body here. Bring the hands back to the mat. Let only your fingertips touch the mat, and then slowly lift your head forward and have a flat back, bend the knees. Just inhale here. And then exhale, forward fold. Head to the knees, bend the knees. On your next inhale, we're going to stand up. So inhale, bring the arms out and up. And exhale, bring the hands to the chest and then down to the side. Take a few circles with the shoulders, forward and back. And then inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, bring the hands to the ground. From here, we're going to step the right foot back, but we're going to ground the foot into the ground so that the toes are facing towards the right and the whole foot is in the ground. You can take your left foot and step it out a little bit. Bring your left hand to the inside of the foot and slowly bring the right arm up. Take a nice deep breath. Remember to continue to breathe as you're in the pose. And then slowly release. Exhale, bring the right hand down, bring the left arm up. Slowly bring the left hand down, and we're going to windmill up. So you're going to bring the right arm forward, up. We'll come into a warrior two. Right hand is back, left hand is forward. You can adjust the width if you need to. And then bend into that left knee. This pose is super strong. So make sure you're actively pushing your hands out in opposite directions. Make sure you're grounding down the whole foot on both. We have a tendency to lift up that back foot. Really ground the edge, the outer edge of that foot. Make sure your left knee is facing out. And if I was to come around and just give you a little push, you wouldn't go anywhere. Slowly inhale, bring the left elbow to the knee, and bring the right arm up to the sky. Side angle. If you'd like, you can bring the arm up and over, just an option, or you can leave it up towards the sky. Make sure that left knee is actively pushing out to the left. And when you're ready, inhale, come back up into your warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips. And then what I'd like you to do is take that right foot and step it in like a foot. Just to narrow the space. We're going to straighten the left leg. Don't over straighten. Have a little slight bend in the knees so you don't injure yourself. We'll bring the arms back out. And I want you to lean forward. And then slowly bring the left arm down, triangle pose. Bring the chest up. Try to align both shoulders over each other. And remember, keep a little bend here so that you don't over straighten and injure. Inhale, come back up, back into triangle. Bring both hands to the hips. We're going to turn the left toes towards the right side of the mat. We'll open the stance a little bit, and we'll turn the right toe towards the back of the mat. Coming into a warrior two on this side. Then you can slowly bring the arms out. Again, ground into the feet. Make sure this right knee is pushing out towards the pinky side edge of the foot. Make sure you're turning this hip out, the left hip, so that your body is really facing towards the side. Strengthen the arms, actively push towards opposite ends of the room. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly come down into a side angle. Right elbow to right knee. Left arm up towards the sky or over. So you can get a stretch from the left foot all the way to the left arm. And then slowly bring the left arm up. Come up to standing, bring the hands to the hips. Walk the left foot in, right foot. Have a small bend in the leg, but mostly straighten on that right side. Bring the arms back out. Then we're going to do an active lean. Lean forward. Slowly come down. Triangle pose on the right side. Nice deep breath. Hold it in here for one more breath. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back up. Bring the hands to your hips. And we'll shift both toes in the same direction, forward. From here, inhale the arms up. And then we're going to exhale and bring the hands forward to the ground. From here, I invite you to try to shift from side to side. You might need to widen your stance. You can crawl the hands with you if you'd like, or you can just have them in the middle. And then if you'd like, you can take the hands all the way to the left, and we'll try to go deep into the left side, letting the right toes face up. Again, this might be a little intense here on the right leg. You can always scoop the foot in an inch or two, have a bend, and then work towards straightening that leg to a place where you feel comfortable. But have your arms inside your left knee, if you can. You can have them on the outside if that makes it more comfortable. But you can use the left elbow to push the left knee out to get deeper into this, if you'd like. And then we'll slowly come up and go to the other side. Right into that right hip. Left toes face the sky. And breathe. You can use the right elbow to push the right knee out. And then when you're ready, we'll come back up to the center. Take the hands and walk them out in front of you. And then we'll do a wide down dog, so we'll push the hips back. In your down dog, try to get your chest to come inside your arms, like you're making a hammock with your back. And then you can slowly walk the hands back towards the mat. And if you'd like, you can just stay here. Or you can take the hands and walk them through the legs. Trying to bring the hands down, maybe bring the chest through the legs. And we'll come back to center. We're going to walk the hands over to the left leg, and we'll slowly bring the right knee down, and then we'll shift the left knee to meet the right. We'll widen our knees. We'll bring the big toes to touch, and we'll take a child's pose. Bring the hips back, walk the hands forward. But before you put your head down, or it's okay, you can bring your head back up. Do me a favor, walk the hands close to you, and I want you to push through the hands to where you feel your hips sit on your heels, or at least come a little closer. And then bring the chest down, walk the hands forward again, bring the forehead down, and breathe. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. You can rock your head from side to side to massage the forehead. And if you'd like, you can take the left arm and thread it under the right arm and bring your left ear down. Try not to lift the right arm. You can bring the elbow back down, relax the shoulder, almost like you're sleeping, not really holding the body up. And when you're ready, we'll switch. We'll bring the left arm forward, we'll thread the right arm under, and we'll bring the right ear down. Relaxing the left elbow, the left shoulder. Even notice your face. Is your forehead scrunched up? Is your jaw clenched? Is your tongue stuck to the roof of your mouth? These are just subtle signs that the body gives you that you're not really relaxed in this moment. So relax the face, unclench the jaw, let the tongue float, and just breathe. Come back into the child's pose, bringing both hands forward. And then walk both hands over to the right, letting the left hand get on top of the right hand and bring the forehead down. You can bring the left ear down, that feels good. But try to feel a stretch along the left side of the body here, from your fingertips to your hips. And then slowly walk the hands over to the left. Same thing, right hand goes on top of the left. Maybe you bring the right ear down. Slowly bring the hands back to center. Take a second. Take a nice deep breath. And then we'll slowly walk our hands back so that we're sitting up. But we'll bring our feet forward so that they're in front of us. So what you can do is you can take your hands, bring them behind you. Doesn't matter which direction your fingers are facing. They can be out, they can be away from you, they can be towards you. Anything that feels good for your wrists. And then we'll walk the feet close to the hips. We're going to take the left ankle and cross it over the right thigh. What I'd like you to do is, if you can look here, you see my ankle bone is not touching my leg. So just make sure it's hanging off and not on so that you don't hurt yourself. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure this knee is pushed out. If you'd like, you can just stay here, pushing out the knee on your own. If you'd like more, you can take the right foot and walk it close to you. Just trying to close the distance. You can even lift the hips up and walk the foot, the hips closer to the foot, and then actively push that knee out. This can be a rather deep hip stretch, so just see what feels good. Find your modification. You can also walk the hands closer and try to bring the chest close to the leg. Only if that feels good. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. You can rock from side to side if you want. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly walk the foot away. We'll shift the hip back, and we'll uncross the leg and come off the wrist. And we'll just hug the knees, bringing the head down. And then we'll switch. We'll bring the hands back. Again, we'll bring the right ankle past the knee, past the thigh, and then we'll walk the left foot close to us. We'll shift the hips forward if we'd like. We'll actively make sure we're pushing this knee out. And then if you'd like, you can walk the hands closer so that your chest can come close. Always optional. Only suggestion. See where your mind is here. Are you thinking again about things that are going to happen later? Are you thinking about past things? Just be here in this moment. Identify the feelings that are going through your body, the sensations, what's going on in the hips, maybe what's going on in the wrists, maybe the shoulders, maybe the ankle or the knee. Be here in the body with your breath in this moment. And make sure you don't get so deep into your mind that you forget what you're doing here. Make sure you're actively pushing this knee out away from you. Make sure you're breathing. And then when you're ready, we'll walk the hands back. We'll walk the foot forward. We'll uncross the legs. And we'll come off the wrist and back into a sitting position. So what I'd like you to do is we're going to come into a butterfly. Grab your feet where you have your fingers on the outside and your thumb on your arch. You can flap if you'd like. Kind of straighten the spine, bring the shoulders back, bring the chest forward. And then we're going to try something different. I want you to really grab the foot. I want you to rock from side to side. I get so much rocking going that you're really going to where your knees are hitting the ground. Awesome. And then we'll come back. We're going to open up the butterfly a little bit, give yourself a little space, scoot the feet just a little bit more forward than you have it. And then I want you to open the width of your feet, maybe by a foot, foot and a half, anything that feels good. And then bring the shoulders back, bring the chest forward, bring the hands inside the butterfly, and then I want you to just walk the hands forward. You don't have to go too far, but go to a place where you still have some range, where you can bend your elbows and just bring your chest forward. You can bring the head down. And if you notice in this position that you still need to adjust your butterfly, you can. You can move it wider, you can make it more narrow, anything that feels good. We'll slowly bring the hands back with the head. We'll bring the right foot in and we'll outstretch the left foot. We'll just bring it diagonally. It doesn't have to be all the way straight out, so you can bring it towards the corner. And then you can slide the left hand down. We're going to open up the chest, so you're going to make a line with one arm to the other arm. And then you can bring the arm up and over. And release. We'll bring one hand to the outside of the knee and the other hand to the inside of the knee, and we'll just bring the chest forward. You can grab the foot if you'd like. If you want, you can grab the leg, bring the chest forward. We'll release. Bring the left foot in, right foot out. Slide the right arm down the right leg, and then open up the chest. Try to make a nice arm line from the arm to the other arm. Left fingertips pointing out, and then maybe up and over if that felt good on the other side. If you don't like how this feels, maybe it's too intense, you can always just bring the hand behind the head and then try to open up the chest. And we'll release. We'll bring one hand to each side of the knee. And then you can come forward. You can grab the foot again if you like, or you can just grab the leg. And just bring the chest forward. Let the head hang heavy. If it's too intense of a stretch here, remember you can just have a slight bend in the knee. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly slide up. Bring the foot in. We'll bring both knees together and come back into the tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. And then lift the knees and walk the hands back towards the feet. And inhale, come up to a standing position. You can inhale the arms up. And then we'll inhale the hands to the chest. We're going to take a tree pose. I'll face forward. So for tree, you have many different variations. We'll start with the left leg. You can take the left foot. You can just bring the ankle to the inside. You can take the foot and place it under the knee. You can lift it and bring it above the knee. So see what feels good. Just don't have it on the side of the knee because you'll injure yourself. You can bring it to where you feel good. You can find any hand position that you'd like. You can have it in the chest, you can bring it out, you can bring it up, anything that feels good. And the most important part of this position is your eyesight. Make sure you're focusing on something that's still in front of you, not me, maybe something on the ground, maybe something in front of you on the wall. If you're outside, maybe a tree. Find a single point and concentrate. If you tend to move your gaze, that's where your body will go. If you think you have a good hold on the position, you can try something new with your arms. Maybe bring them out, maybe bring them up like you're holding a beach ball. You can bring one up and one down. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly release. And then you can step it out. It's a good leg strengthening pose. It's one of my favorites. And then when you're ready, come back to your mountain pose. If you can, before we get into the tree, just lift all the toes up and then firmly plant them into the ground. And then do it again, lift all the toes up and then firmly plant them into the ground. Just strengthening your foundation here. Grounding you, rooting you here. And then when you're ready, we will bring the right leg up. If you want to try something different, go for it. If you like what you did before, do that. Foot to the ankle, foot to the inside of the shin, foot to the inside of the thigh. Let the knee come out. If you want to try something different, you can bring the foot up. Here. Yeah. And then again, if you feel really rooted and comfortable, you can always try a different hand position. Breathe. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly release. We'll step the feet out. And then we'll slowly make our way down to the ground. Coming onto our back. Bringing the knees to the chest. Hug the knees. You can hug opposite elbows. You can bring the forehead up, curling yourself into a little ball. And then you can bring the head down. We'll do a happy baby. You'll take your arms, you'll bring them inside the knees. Show you from here. Inside the knees. You're going to hold on to the outside of the feet, pinky side. Happy baby. Just open up. Allow the hips to warm up. You can do any position here. You can rock from side to side, which is fun. You can kick into the hands. You can come into a butterfly in the air by using the hands to pull the feet close to you. You can even do like one by one. Try to find what feels good. Get into any of the sticky spots. And then when you're ready, release the legs. Straighten them out away from you. And then bend the left knee. Bring it to the chest. Let the right hand guide the left knee across the body. Take the left hand and bring it back. Bring the left shoulder down to the ground as much as possible. Nice twist here. And then we'll switch. Come back onto your back. We'll straighten the left leg. We'll bend the right knee. And then let the left hand guide the right knee over. Right shoulder comes down. Arms stretched out. Head follows the hand. And then when you're ready, come back onto your back. We'll straighten the right leg. And just find your last position, your resting position. If your lower back doesn't like this, you can always tuck the shoulders under and it will relieve you some of the pressure from that back. Maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle the body, and then just find a place of stillness. Let the breath return to its normal pace. Relax the body. The body is able to restore and rejuvenate in stillness. And the same is with the mind. If you're noticing that you are having thoughts that are distracting you from here, just think of the thoughts as like clouds in the sky on a cloudy day. And just use your mind to clear the clouds out, coming to a clear sky, clear mind, and relax. When you're ready, wake up the body in small movements. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Maybe bring the arms up and back so that you can point through the fingers and point through the toes for a full body stretch if you're just waking up. And then we'll counter the movement. We'll bring the knees to the chest and hug the knees. Maybe bring the forehead up. We can rock from side to side here. And then slowly find yourself on the right side. Use your left hand to push yourself up from the ground. And you can slowly come into a seated position. Whichever way you cross your legs before, uncross, cross it in the opposite direction. Take a nice deep breath. Thank you for coming. I hope you feel nice and relaxed, and happy Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chahna. We hope everybody has enjoyed our Wellness Wednesday break. For more information and future virtual events, please be sure to visit our website. Our resources page is on our website at www.tbhcares.org. And be sure to join us next week as Erin will lead us with a parent's guide to managing challenges during a pandemic. Until then, may you have peace, love, and happiness in your lives. Stay safe and make every day a great day. Thank you.